you like, I don't give a damn what you did.
That's not enough.
Don't bring it back up in the woman's face or the man's face, what they did for you.
And nobody is perfect.
How about I don't want that man?
I got a list though.
Tear up that list. Here's the things with the White Moms podcast, and they don't want me to say it. That's the reason why Jeffrey Epstein didn't take black girls, because black mamas operate different. Y'all cussing with y'all's kids, calling each other cunts and shit with y'all's kids. That just happened with my friend. Her and her son are screaming at each other. He's like, "You're a cunt." I said, "Girl, you need a good black friend, because this is what we don't do." That's why they didn't take any of us to that island, because them black mamas would have went up there and fucked all they shit up. Like we don't do that. You ain't just spending the night over anybody's house.
No, and not just anybody's driving you home.
I done ran your social before my child got there. Like, what? We don't operate like that. It's just, we don't want to say it's different, but it's different.
We don't want to say it's different.
We don't want to say it's different, but it's different. We raise our children differently.
We don't.
Like, it's even down to the hair care. That shit is different.
We say that my mom is white, but still, I wasn't, you know what I mean? Going over anybody's house.
The only time I ever think about your mom being white is when I first met you and you snapped. Remember, you were like,
when I want my kids and I was talking about, I'm like,
yeah, and it was a thick snap.
Yeah.
I was like,
and what happened?
What? Wait, they came, but wait, did you see my face? I said, "What are you doing?"
Getting my kids.
You like, they know. I'm like, what do you mean they know?
It's horrible.
They know. I'm like, well, by that time I did all that snapping, getting my kids, my finger would have hurt. Like, I was like, girl.
A couple snaps.
I said, okay, you snap, watch this. Raising.
It's horrible when you say it out loud, though. It's like, who snaps for their kids? Like, what?
Oh, we had a dad.
So bad.
We had a dad at volleyball, and he would whistle.
Mm-hmm.
And his daughter would pick up like a bird.
Mm.
And look, she'd whistle back. And he's like, she's fine. He taught her to whistle.
Yeah.
He's like, she's fine. She knows it's me. I was like, I'm not mad at you, Big Papa. Threw that whistle out there.
So I think it's like a safe word. It's like he created it's like a safe word. Like when she whistles back.
It was. And we need that. We need that now more than ever.
Do you have that? Like at what age did you let your girls start dating? Did you have an age, or just kind of just happened?
We never picked.
Yeah, we haven't done that.
We didn't pick. My girls and my son were late bloomers. We didn't pick. I mean, I remember my son used to say, "Mom, these girls don't like nice guys," and I was so heartbroken.
Aww.
I was like, baby, he's like, they just don't like nice guys.
I love that he recognized that, though. That's pretty cool.
And I'm like, but that doesn't mean you have to change.
That's right.
That just means that person isn't for you.
It's not time.
That's not your person.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you find your person, and I used to tell him this all the time, when you find your person, it's going to be like, and you're going to know right away. I said, you're going to just be in that place. You're not even going to know where you're at. And then you're going to turn around, and then there she is. And then there you are. And then they're going to just like run together like a rom-com. And he was like, and he's found that person.
Yeah.
And I never put it on my kids to, you need to date this person or that person, or you need to hurry up and date. I just think that God has a way of doing things in his own time.
We haven't made dating a priority in our house.
At all.
Like we have other way more important. I tell my girls, I'm like, you will meet the person. It'll probably be in college, but you stay on track with doing your thing. Mm-hmm. And it's okay. Like, they're very different, my girls. Like,
and you look at society and you see that, people are like, nobody will date me, or nobody will date me, or I'm going to get on this dating app and that dating app and that dating app. God didn't intend for it to be a dating app. You're going to meet the person when you're ready. When you're ready. I don't
know. I feel like now, the way things are now, it's like the way the kids are connecting with others all across the world. Mm-hmm. Like if they play like any online games, because my girls play games, they meet all kinds of kids.
Yeah, but some of those ain't kids.
No. Oh, trust me. I know that some of them.
Okay, yeah. Some of them ain't kids.
I'm over it. You know what I mean?
But good.
But yeah,
girl,
some of them are not kids, but it's just like, I feel like they're so involved in school and then I feel like their social life, and I think there are other kids this way, like their social life is like kind of shifted where it's not just meeting their friends at school, but they also meet friends.
Yeah.
Just like when we would go to the arcade.
Yeah.
And we meet people at the arcade.
Yeah.
Now instead of going to the arcade, they're just at home.
But I think that in order...
And there were creepers at the arcade too.
Yeah, there's creepers everywhere. Like, right? We know there's creepers everywhere. Like that's a fact at this point. And there's old ass creepers. I'm an old school romantic. I'm like Cinderella. I think that when God created Eve, he made everything quiet, everything silent, pulled everybody away. He went and made her on his own. Mm. And I think that the most important thing on earth is love. I think that God has somebody for everybody. It's just, are we going to be obedient?
Yeah.
Are we going to wait on him to find us that somebody? And I've said this to my kids all the time. You know, sometimes it's like, oh, nobody likes me, or they won't date me, or I'm not pretty enough. You dealing with social media. Everybody pretty on social media. Mm-hmm. And if they ain't pretty, they can put a filter on and make themselves pretty, right? Quick. But I think that, you know, to thy own self be true. You told me this one time, and it has always stuck with me. You said, did you say, I get to decide how I want to be loved?
Yes.
I get to decide how I want to be loved. And when you fall in love with yourself as a young woman or a young man, so you can't help but radiate it. It's like if somebody doesn't like you, keep loving on them, keep praying for them, keep being like, you know what, I get you don't like me, but I still wish you the best. I still wish you the best. Because that energy is going to go out into the universe, and like attracts like. And you're going to find somebody that's for you. Mm-hmm. Like I had always, since my kids were little, there's been fresh flowers in my house. Well, you know this. If anybody watches this show and they know me.
Yeah.
It's a flower in my house. And I put flowers in my girls' rooms. And I did that because you don't have to wait for a man to buy you flowers. He needs to do a little more than buy you flowers, because when you come home, you're going to have fresh flowers. And I've always done that. And their dad has always sent them flowers. Like it could be whatever holiday it is. We like it. It's so funny because when they're young, they like, are those from my dad? And then I just laugh and I'm like, probably. Like we know not to look at the card, but they would get bushels of flowers and they would come to the house even when they were little bitty kids. And now I look at Mariah and her boyfriend brings her flowers. Mm-hmm. And it's those little things that mean a lot. So if it's Valentine's Day and you don't have a boyfriend yet, or you don't have a girlfriend yet, go out. Because we thinking everybody's going to be coupled up out for Valentine's Day, but they not. Because it's a whole lot of Galentine's crews going to be out there.
We did Galentine's Day. We went to sushi. And yeah, we did that.
It's going to be a lot of women out there having Galentine's Day. And men, that's probably going to be the best time to find you a good one. Yeah. I mean, be strategic about it. It's like Monopoly. Like, figure it out. But think about how many women are going to go out in friend groups for Valentine's Day. They're going to have Galentine's Day. And if you that dude, you just swoop on in there. Swoop on in there, buy the table some drinks. and you know what? And you're going to probably meet somebody. Mm-hmm. So I think it's, you know, I didn't put an age on it. I think they know.
Yeah, I remember my oldest when she first went to high school. It was when she was a freshman, obviously, and it was Valentine's Day, and we saw all these kids walking in with like balloons and flowers, and it's just like, you know what? I think it's way more important at that age to have real, true love for yourself and love yourself, because you have to be able to do that before you can really love anyone else.
Every psychologist will tell you that. Yes.
You know, so I definitely every year for Valentine's Day, on my way over here, I stopped at the store and picked up some things that I know the girls like for Valentine's Day because it's on the way and it's not near my house. But every year I get them something for Valentine's Day.
And you were being a good auntie. And I know you don't like that word auntie. But
well, no, that's different.
Auntie bringing G her candy.
Yeah, but that's different. That's a different type of auntie. Yeah. I love being that type of auntie.
Auntie's auntie.
Call me that auntie all day long. But I don't want to be. I don't want to be out like, oh, she an auntie. Like I don't want that type of auntie.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
The jiggy auntie.
Yeah, I don't want to be that auntie, but I am happy to be.
Auntie.
Yes, happy to be that auntie.
Of course.
But yeah, I will always. I think I will always send my girl something for Valentine's Day.
Always. Gracie said to me, she had surgery, and that's like parents when your kids are young and they have to have surgery, maybe a sports injury or whatever that is so hard
Yes.
to deal with and go through.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, oh my God, your world stops. There's no work. There's no nothing. There's just, they're putting my daughter under. Let's get her well. Let's get her healthy. And I know there's so many student athlete mothers that are probably had to go through this or probably did.
Or will.
And my advice is, peace be still.
Mm.
You do what you need to do to get your child back in order, to get them back going. Shout out to the coaches and the doctors and everybody that cares about my kid. And it meant the world to me to see so many people support her through this journey that was absolutely amazing. But she said to me, which is so funny that we're talking about this, she's like, well, I didn't think about this because I'm leaving right before Valentine's Day. Am I going to get my basket? And I just started laughing. I was like, yeah, because you do a Valentine's basket or you do like a cute little gift. And I go, absolutely. I will make sure you have it. Sweet. I will make sure you have it. So now I'm like, I got to send it. And I got to send it.
But the thing about that is that we're setting that standard, like that precedence, so if anybody steps to our daughters as something anything less than that, they're going to be like, what?
Yeah. So Gracie went through her surgery and she comes home and she's like down and she's bummed, and I'm with her the whole time. So I can't like go get her any goodies. And she comes in the room, she's on the phone. And I love the relationship my kids have with each other.
It is beautiful. Yeah. I love
We're sitting in the hotel room getting ready to go home, and Dee calls. He's like, hey, I had to call so I could go check on Gracie. I need to check on Gracie, make sure she's okay. Everything. Gracie, how are you feeling? And he's like the big brother that's like, how are you feeling? What's going on? Any symptoms? Let me check. Like, he's like, I need to know everything. Mm-hmm. And then we get home and Mariah's like, did you get something for me? And she's like, no, I haven't gotten anything yet. And then she goes in there. She goes, I did get something. We had no idea. We open it. It is the sweetest box of flowers. Aww. From whatever company Mariah sent it from. I think it was called The Sweetest Things, but I have no idea where it came from. The box was amazing. The message was amazing. Aww. The flowers were amazing. And she's like, I just can't wait to get back on that volleyball court. You're going to know what's happening. And I text Mariah separately, and I was just like, thank you so much for making her feel special. Mm-hmm. Thank you for, stepping in and making her day, because it meant a lot. And so parents, we don't understand. We don't think that a Valentine's basket, an Easter basket, an extra little note. I used to send my son care packages with sunflower seeds in them to school. And I would go literally in search of all kind of sunflower seeds. I would get ranch. I would get the sodium was crazy. Yes. But he loved sunflower seeds. So I would put them in a package and send him a care package of things that were his favorite things that he liked. Yeah. And kids will always remember that. And you're teaching them that. So now that's why Mariah sends Gracie flowers when she's having surgeries, because you've done that for so long. And I've said before, like, I feel like children do what they see you do. Oh, yeah. More than what you tell them to do. Of course, what you tell them to do certainly plays a part, but they model, I feel like they model our example so often. Mm-hmm. It tickled me because Gracie's like, yeah, I love when D comes. He always puts gas in my car. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, he always puts gas in my car. He fills my car up. I hope he doesn't drive it out. But she's like, he fills my car up. And I think, when they were little, again, their dad, every single time, even for me, there were flowers there for me for Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. There was flowers there for them for Valentine's Day. They had their big 4 dozen roses. Like, they would come out. I'm like, dang, they're 5. 4 dozen of roses for them for Valentine's Day. And I appreciate that. Yeah. Because that lets them know, I've always raised my kids, including my son. I don't exclude men from women or whatever. If it don't work out, you can come home. Mm-hmm. If it doesn't work out, you come home. Mm-hmm. Because people break up. Relationships break up.
And it's okay to break up.
Things happen. Okay. Shit happens. Man. You can come home. If somebody leaves you, you're not going to be laid out in the street homeless with nowhere to go or nothing to do. We have a home. and there's plenty of rooms for you. And I think that we need to assure our kids that, we don't know who the one is. We don't know who that person is, but treat your children and train them the way that they should be treated. Treat them good. Let them know, like, hey, if it's your favorite meal for Valentine's Day and you can't afford to buy flowers, make them their favorite meal. If their favorite meal is breakfast, make them breakfast for dinner. Just be.
My daughters would make things for each other. Like, I'm always like, what are you going to give your sister for Valentine's Day? And like when they would make when they were younger, they would make something for each other. Even at Christmas time, I have pictures of them. They would make like these artistic sort of like paper and hot glue and all the things. And they would make little things for each other. And I think that's meaningful.
And I like how your kids, support each other, even the good times or the bad times, which is what my kids do. It's like, oh, I didn't make this, but you're good at that. I didn't get to do this, but you're great at that. I don't feel very beautiful, but you're gorgeous. Like, I think that when we lift kids up with self-confidence as mothers, as siblings, as teachers, we're raising a generational of really good people. Like, we're raising kids differently. And I think study shows that depression went on a rise after social media.
Yeah.
After social media, people started to get more and more depressed. So every once in a while, you got to put that thing down and go feel good about your own self. Go pat your own self on the back. Go give your own self a facial. Like, go, you can buy the little mask.
Oh, we love those
at Target. And
we
just
love
lay
those.
up and just pamper yourself.
Yeah.
Pamper
we
yourself.
Love those. They have them at Sprouts too.
Right. See, everybody didn't have the money to go get massages and facials. Do it at home. Make it fun. Do it with your siblings. Just, feel good about yourself. Even if that's a good Valentine's thing to do with your siblings.
Like a pampering.
Yeah, like a pampering day.
Yep. My youngest Kay, I got her at home where she can do like a foot soak. It does like a massage and put all the oils in it because she plays soccer, and so a lot of times she's like, "Mom, my foot hurts, my feet hurt, or whatever." So just little pampering things like that you can do at home, and it saves time. You don't have to drive to the
and the hot water takes
to
the
get
toxins
it done.
out. It helps get the toxins out of that body.
Yeah, it does. It's
good.
funny you said that about social media because I found myself lately being like, I can't look at this. Like, I don't want to scroll. I don't want to see more thing. All the things that were popping up about like anxiety. Now I see why kids get anxiety. Like, it asks questions, and I literally was like, wait, is that me? Like, do I do I do that?
It tells you.
Do I have this?
It's like it's artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
It's an algorithm that's training you to feel bad about you.
It's horrible. I was like, I gotta put this away. I'm not doing this. Pick up a book.
This is why other countries are banning it.
Yes.
Before children's frontal lobes are developed.
No, I mean, that's up to like 24, 25. But 16, like Spain, and I think was it New Zealand? These countries are like, we're banning social media until they're 16. Do you realize
that they say that children that are on social media are going to see something out of their age range?
Absolutely.
Whether it's violence, whether it's sex, whether it's porn, whether it's nudity, whether it's being mean, like a mean girl, whether it's anxieties or breakdowns, they're going to experience that way before their time.
Yep. And that's why I had to check myself, because my daughters have asked me questions where I'm just like, kind of like, I don't know how to answer this question. But now I try to just be like, when there's something that pops up on the screen, like we're watching, a performance that seems a little like provocative, I don't turn it. I let it play. I let it play because if you're going to have questions about sexual things, I want to know that, and I don't want you to see me shy away from it by clicking or fast forwarding. I just like sit there and go through it because
we're gonna ride it out.
Yeah, because they're gonna see it anyway. In this day and age, they're gonna see it anyway. They don't have to go to Barnes and Noble or any of the bookstores to go to that section.
Remember that was back in the day when they used to have the magazines, like
or
Playboy
the books,
and Penthouse,
or the books,
and the little boys would slide them under their mattress or try to hide them from their parents.
No, they can do it on their own. I mean, so I'm trying to get better at that, where let the song play, let the video play, let whatever play. So if something uncomfortable comes up, we can go through it together. They can have that conversation with me.
Talking to my sister last night, and we were on the phone, and she and I were talking about everything that's going on with the kids today, and the trafficking and all the other stuff. And she and I both said, we were like, we had to stop watching. We had to just put the phone down and stop.
It's too much.
She and I were both like, I just stopped watching, because the more you feed the negativity in your mind, the more you feed the things in your mind, the more it comes, and it comes back on your algorithm. And that's why I told you even last week before we did that episode, that my heart was so heavy that I had to quit watching. So can you imagine if your young child, your young adult child, a child going through puberty is watching this the whole time? They're getting their answers from social media, not you. They're getting their answers from technology, not the mom.
And that becomes normal. That becomes normalcy as opposed to what really should be. And your body does have a hormonal response to seeing all of these negative images and negative thoughts. Your body has a hormonal response which shoots off like more cortisol, and it affects like your sympathetic nervous system, which is your fight, flight, and freeze. And it's like it's not healthy for many reasons for any of us. So it's like,
and I love it for like Mariah said, Mom, don't look at conspiracy TikTok. I'm like, okay, and how do I know what conspiracy TikTok is and not? Like, I'm just looking at it, right? But I love like the recipes. I love the workouts. I love the healthy stuff. I love some of the skincare. You got to fact check it before you break your face out. And I love all those things, but it's not going to teach you how to have a relationship.
Yeah.
It's not going to teach you how to maintain a friendship. It's not going to teach you how to keep your mental health completely right. It's not. It's going to be a fine line. Again, that lies, that truth turned into a lie.
Yeah.
Because not everything that is on social media is healthy for you. It's just not.
Right.
It's not.
This is kind of like up there, but it reminds me of like food, like different packages, and they'll say like contains turmeric or like, protein or whatever. And it's just like a little bit of it.
Which is Starbucks now. It's like, yeah, my Starbucks has protein in it for extra $5. And it's probably like
and it's probably crappy protein.
Yeah, it's not an egg.
It's not good protein.
Look, but then you're upcharged for the fact. And that's how the mind works. I mean, we live in such a microwave nation. So back to the dating. I don't want my kids to pop up date. I don't want my kids to microwave date. I don't want my kids to think that this is okay. I want you to get to know whoever you're dating.
Yeah. In a perfect world for my kids, like, and for us, like the person that we're with, it's going to be someone that they're just like, they meet. I just imagine them like,
or maybe they know
being, that's what I'm saying. Like being friends. They have like really easy conversations. And then from there, they decide to take it to the next level and be in a committed monogamous relationship.
But we don't have to worry about the gifts and everything. I'm going to give my daughter and my son those until it's time. Right.
Absolutely.
So it's not going to be, they're not going to be in a relationship because of material things.
That's right.
Let's take the superficial out of it.
We've evolved past that.
Like I don't need you to come in and rescue me and take care of me. What I need for you to do is to love me. What I need you to do is show appreciation for me. What I need you to do for my daughter is love her. The Bible says that you are to love your wife like God loves his church. I need you to do those things. Because even with my son, if my son were to come in the house and talk about what he did to this woman or that one, I'm like, no. We don't do that. Because you have sisters. And you would never want somebody to treat your sister like that.
Yeah, that's right. True.
And you have a mother. So I want my kids to be loved because they deserve to be loved. Not because there's a price tag on it, or not because there's something superficial on it. Again, I keep bringing God into it because y'all, that's just who I am.
God is love.
That's who I am.
So
let God show you where you need to be. And sometimes through our obedience, we miss that one time because we decided to do something else. So it's, the saying, it's God's rejection is your protection. And I believe that. Yeah. I believe that in my heart of hearts. I just think that, ask and you shall find, but be patient.
Yeah.
And also don't expect to have the perfect person. Everybody ain't perfect.
And nobody is perfect.
Yeah, so if you got a list, tear up that list.
I got a list though.
I hope that list is good.
You see my list? We've talked about my list.
Have you taken some things off that list yet?
No. Mm-mm.
Maybe you should reevaluate it. When's the last time you reevaluated?
I haven't looked at my list since last summer, probably, since we last talked about it.
Let's look at that list again
for another time.
And don't show the girls that list.
No, but there are some things though that they know that matters if they're going to be with someone.
There should be some things. Okay, like, tell me 2 things that matter.
Well, number one, they need to love God, which we've talked about 100%.
Okay, so 2 more.
Yeah, and that they need to have some sort of vision, like a plan. Like they need to be intentional with their life.
That's fair.
Right? So those are the main 2. And they need to treat them, obviously, treat them well, really like love them, be a great communicator. Because
as a mother, I'm not ever going to date somebody that I didn't think is going to treat my kids well. And I wouldn't want my kids to see me date somebody that they didn't think treated me well.
That's right.
If that makes sense. Did I say that right?
Yeah. It's like being, like we talk about, like being an example. Yeah. You know, you want your kids to see a great example because what else do they have to go by?
Right. So you don't need to meet my kids until I feel like you need to meet my kids. And a whole lot of people ain't met my kids.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Yeah, ditto. Yeah, you want your kids, I'd say, be with someone. There's nothing worse than being with someone because you think you need them. Like be with someone because you want to be with them.
We said that in another show, like, and I think with women that starts with being able to take care of yourself. Right? I think that it's a new day with that because I think women are making their own money. They are financially, emotionally, and mentally independent. And I think that for a lot of women that having a man is a plus, not a necessity. It's just adding to it. It's like, I don't necessarily need you. I want you. And I think that that's good if we take the superficialness out of relationships, then we all want each other and not need each other.
And be with someone you can grow with. Like, you know, if you're in your 20s and you've found your person, you know, you guys are going to grow and you're going to go through so many different phases of your life together. And that's why I'm like, communication is so important to be able to have that conversation about where you are.
And if you're in a relationship where you are growing and you are young, don't bring it back up in the woman's face or the man's face what they did for you. Don't ever do that. Don't ever say, I did this for you. So
love doesn't do that. Love doesn't take account.
Don't ever do that.
Yeah,
don't ever do
that.
You do things for one another because you love one another.
That's right.
I'll scratch your back because your back itches. I will help rub your legs because your legs hurt. I will feed you and cook food for you because you need to eat. I will do those things out of love for you because this is what we do. And this is what we teach our children when we're young, how to be in relationships. So men or husbands should teach their boys how to treat their wives. Mothers, you should be so loved that your kids want to love like yours. And I think that that's healthy. And don't say when back in 1942, when you didn't have this, I helped you with that. That's ridiculous because love doesn't owe.
Love doesn't count. That love doesn't keep track. Love doesn't do that.
It doesn't. Right. And when you're really in a healthy, good relationship, you'll know it.
Yeah.
You'll know it. There's nothing else out there for you. You'll know it.
And then as a single mom, like we just have to be able to give examples of what that looks like, you know, because we're not married, like we're not in relationships that our children can look to. But I think we can still teach them how to be good people.
And if you are in a relationship and it's not giving that, then you need to make a decision to get out of that relationship. Because once you've been in a relationship that's like that for so long, it's like being in quicksand. You can't pull yourself out. Yeah. You're just constantly trying to keep your head above the water. And you don't need to do that. And your kids don't need to see you do that.
Halle Berry was on something and she was talking about, did you see it? Where she was talking about breaking, like somebody has to break it. Like somebody has to break what's been happening in generations. And that may mean.
She said she broke it in her family.
Yeah. And maybe there are some people in your family that you're just not around as much as you love them and you still love them and you wish them well. You want
What
something
did she
different for
call
your
it?
kids.
The light or the I can't remember, but I did see that she was talking about that, and she said, you know, she felt like she was the black sheep of her family.
Yep.
But what she said that was profound to me that I loved is she said, I knew I didn't want that for my kids.
That's right. As soon as you have your children, you
She
realize
said, I
it.
knew
Yes.
that those things, because I was the black sheep in my family, I knew those things are what I did not want for my kids. And I respect this because she said, I gave an opportunity to change it. I gave an opportunity to make it better or to fix it. And obviously, whoever in her family didn't take that opportunity. And when you're young, you don't see that. When you're young and you're in it and you're in a, whether it's a friendship, a relationship, or a relationship with your family, you don't see that. You're still trying to fix people. But when you get older, and like she said, and when you have your own kids,
Yep.
you like, I don't give a damn what you did.
That's not enough. That's not it.
It is not enough.
Yep. That's not gonna work.
This is where we stop.
Yep.
This is where we end this.
Yep.
And I'm sure it took a lot for her to end it. I mean, it takes a lot for anybody to end a perpetuating cycle. And I respect her for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect her for fighting for women's health care and a lot of things she does. And I remember one time Holly Berry said, and she's absolutely beautiful, but she's like, everybody's like, well, Holly don't have a man because she crazy. Well, she can't keep a man because she crazy. She goes, how about I don't want that man?
Right.
She's like, how about that may not be the man for me?
Right.
And I keep going through them till I figure out the one that I want.
Right. Why can't it be that?
Right. Why can't it be that? Why can't it be that? It just ain't working. Why do I have to be But you know, that's like a thing. And that's what women need to teach their kids too. When a woman says no, or a woman's checking a man, or a woman's like, yeah, wait a minute, hold on, then she's crazy. Right? Then she's crazy. That doesn't always mean that she's crazy. Sometimes you just got to lose your spot.
Yeah, and sometimes you got to leave.
Bye.
And grow. That's how you grow.